Hey guys, this is Hell Hades, and this is another Raid Shadow Legends video. So I am just going to do a deep dive on Pero Duevo, his account. I actually call him Saxo. I've been chatting to him on Discord for a while. He's actually done quite a lot of work in terms of building up rosters, but he has not done so much work in terms of gearing them and getting them in the right place to actually do some dungeon content for him and clan boss content. So we have a bit of a snoop around his account. We've got a great haul, which is kind of base levels all around. Feels like we just need some investment now. Start to build up accuracy next. Accuracy, then probably defense after that, so that his clan boss teams can start to flourish. And then as we move on, kind of HP and crit damage, so that he can then start to be able to move through the other content in the game. What I would suggest him to do is to focus on an area, depending on where his kind of most of his clan boss teams sit and where his campaign farmer is going to sit. I would say let's just focus on one or two areas once you've got past all this level 1 stuff. So then if we have a look at where he's on missions, where are we at? So we're just in the second stage, part 2 of 4. Yeah, we've got void stuff to do. So it feels like then he's got a long way to go actually on missions. This is quite a good kind of sense check. Where are you against the game? So are you kind of farming up to your level of the game? He could probably get through a lot of these super quick if he just focused on them. Because actually, stage 3 of Spider, super easy. Stage 3, stage 7 on hard. I'm sure he's through that already, looking at his knowing his account. But yeah, he could probably just fly through a load of these missions and get all of these rewards, which are useful to have. Getting more artifacts, getting more silver, gems, etc. It's all useful to have. So I would say focus on this whilst you're doing your general gameplay. One, it's quite good fun. It gives you a challenge to do something, but generally it's stuff you're probably already doing anyway, so why not get the rewards for doing it? I then have a look at how he's doing on, let's start with Clan Boss, how he's doing on Clan Boss. So he's hitting normal. If we look at his lineup he's using here, so pretty insane lineup really. Xavier, Steel Skull, Jareg, Apothecary, and Pale. So good lineup. Definitely capable of more damage out of that lineup. Doesn't have a counter attacker in there, so I guess he doesn't have one on his account. I'm certain that he should be able to hit hard with that lineup. So let's see if we can do some tinkering there. Let's just have a look at campaign. So who's he farming with? Campaign. Stage 3 is able to do. So we've got Kale as lead, 30 odd second farmer. Okay, so we just have a look at his gear. Second. Let's also just see how he's getting on with dungeons. So does he have the keeps on farm? Not quite. So we get ourselves down to level 12. Us down to level 13. This is quite a good indicator because they're relatively easy compared to some of the stuff on this side of the game. Minnow, he has got to level 11. Again, this is something that's worth focusing on, is getting your team capable of taking on higher levels, because you'll just get scrolls so much quicker. And then we've got the main dungeons here. So ice golems, we've got 12 on farm, so we can get 5-star gear. Ideally, you get at least 13 on farm, so you can get 6-star gear. Spiders, we are at, it's often where people fall behind, so level 9. Again, kind of getting 3 to 5-star gear, so at least there's an option of 5-star there. Really want to be getting yourself to level 13 at least to be able to start to farm it. Some good gear. Dragon, which is one of the areas he's asked me to concentrate on. Obviously Dragon is where a lot of the good gear will come from for certainly, well, probably all aspects of the game. These top 3 areas here, accuracy, speed, lifesteal, are the most important sets for most people when they're in this game. So whether you're an early game player or whether you are mid to late game, people will still farm Dragon probably 90% of the time perhaps. So we're at stage 14 but slow. I'd imagine that's probably quite hit and miss whether he actually farms it or not. We are 13 on farm though, so it's possible to be getting 6-star gear, which is good. Not until you actually get to stage 20 that the 4 comes out and it becomes 5 to 6. Obviously the further you go, the chance you've got of getting that 5 to 6-star gear. So let's see what we can do with Dragon. This is where he's asked me to focus, so we're definitely going to put some time in here. And then we've got Fire Knights, which is probably less of a priority, but yeah, we're sort of stuck back on level 7 at the minute. I'm guessing he's struggling with a team comp that can deal with Fire Knights. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at his roster. Okay, so I mean, I guess first thing to see is, you know, we've got an insane amount of legendaries here. We've got an insane amount of good quality champions, I'd say. He's obviously invested in the game. He's kind of looking at it for the long term. Okay, so I've gone into some of the champions. I'm just starting to look through gear. If I'm honest, we're in a situation where, unlike the other two videos that I've done, we don't have the same sort of level of gear to work with here. So it's going to be much tougher to kind of get the account overview into a really solid place for Saxo here. But what I can do is just kind of start to recommend and start to move some bits about so that I can start to allocate people to their right places. So what I've found is this little beauty, Skull Crown. Skull Crown is a great campaign farmer. All of her abilities are AoE. Her A1 nukes, her A2 nukes. So she becomes our campaign farmer. So what I do is I'm going to gear her to be a campaign farmer, which then releases someone like a Kale to be a pure clan boss effective champion and somebody who's more effective in dungeons. And the way you do that is you start to, you know, move speeds around, make him much faster, make him a tankier champion, so he's not just going to drop in seconds. You start to take things off of him like attack chests, and you start to swap attack chests for things like, let's see if we've got any even. Something with HP on it or something with defense on it is what we're looking for. So that is, if anyone's seen my gearing video, yikes, we don't want to be rolling on flat HP stuff. It's not worth your investment in silver. So got another flat stat here, another flat stat. So it just feels like the issue with this account right now is all about gear. This piece is 10 times better than what he's wearing right now for Clan Boss, even though it's out of a gear set. What I'm going to end up doing on him, he does need lifesteal gear, so I'm going to end up changing around what bits are lifesteal, and I'll probably put something like this chest on him to give him some sort of survivability through Clan Boss. Another good one here with speed on it as well. See, so don't get sucked into, I must have 2 attack pieces, I must have, you know, if you've got a lifesteal set, yes, you need lifesteal sets, but other than that, there's tons of sets where it's not worth putting them together. It's just not worth it. Certainly when you're fairly early game in terms of gear. Forget this guy's champions. This guy's champions mean nothing if you can't gear them properly. It means nothing. So anyone who's sitting here saying, "Oh yeah, well I'm the same sort of level, but I don't have all these legendaries," it doesn't matter that he's got all these legendary. Can't put gear on them that help them be legendary. You know, there's no point putting somebody out there like a Baron and he's got 10,500 HP. You know, he will die in seconds. I know he's not geared, but as an example. So anyway, I'm going to go in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn Skull Crown into a campaign farmer. Obviously, we need to get a level up. I'm going to turn Kale into a true clan boss champion, and then he's going to be partnered with Apothecary, Xavier, who's one of the best clan boss champions in the game. We've got a Jareg, who is one of the best attack down champions in the game. We need somebody that has got a skill on their A1 ideally, which decreases attack for clan boss to last longer. Clan boss is about putting poisons up and lasting as long as you can. Simple. So you need somebody that reduces his damage, and you need the rest of the team to basically bring the poisons. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 good champions for clan boss, and then we've got another one here in Steel Skull, 5. We could do it 5 like that, or we could actually take the speed merchant out and go with someone like a Mausoleum Mage, who gives me a bit more utility. But I think in this team, because I've already got 2 defense ups, both of these two do, and because we don't have a counter attack champion who would help me, I'm just checking that we don't, I don't think we do, who would help me lay poisons and lay damage, I actually need the speed in this. So where you might have seen me do speed tuning teams. Speed tuning tends to come in when you have got a counter-attack champion. If you haven't, then you need to be as quick as you can because you just want to get through as many turns as you can or as many hits as you can whilst you're doing your turns. So the cut off there, I'm going to start moving this gear around and let's see where we get to. Okay, so we are building up Kale right now. What I've done is change some of his gear around, so I still need this life steal set on him. He's still going to be clan boss, and we don't have enough healing to not put him in a life steal set. See, so far what I've been trying to do is just bring his speed up as much as I can. So I've been looking for items with some form of speed on it where I can get it. I've changed his boots over to speed boots with HP. I changed his chest over to a defense chest, and I'm about to change his gloves over to HP gloves, but with defense and accuracy on. So what do we want from Kale? We want as much speed as we can get. We want him to stay alive for as long as possible, and when he throws up those poisons, we want those poisons to land. So we want speed, we want defense, we want HP, we want accuracy. If you're doing a clan boss Kale, if you were just saying, I want a nuker who's going to go in and terrorize the arena, completely different build. But we don't have the luxury here of saying that's all he's going to do. He's got other jobs to do first. And you really do need to prioritize clan boss and some of the dungeon content before you prioritize arena. Certainly at this stage of the game, you kind of just want to be getting yourself into a position that you can develop your account. And yeah, you can't really develop your account well enough through just doing the arena. So we're going to let this flow through. See here, I've got kind of no lose situation with the rolls that I get. I need it up to 16 because it's one of those bottom 3 areas, and those extra stats do improve quite a lot. It does mean that already though we're kind of chunking out our silver, pretty much because of the situation of where we're at. We're having to roll a lot of gear, and a lot of the gear we've got is not kind of developed through to the right sort of levels. So yeah, chunking a lot of silver. That's why I need a lot of silver in the bank to be able to do this effectively for people. But hopefully in the next hour or so we should be in a position for a much stronger lineup. So here we go. That was run 1. Done 11 million. So we're 3 million up on where we were. Good. So good chunky start. Almost done another 40% of the damage that we were doing just by sort of moving gear around. The next step, I think, so a couple of these masteries were not set well. I'm going to change that, and yeah, and I think there's more work to be done just generally around the kind of gearing, accessories, that type of thing. But you need to get further in the dungeons to do that. See, there's a lot of ascension that's not done as well, which again will help. But yeah, not bad for a first run. Extra 3 million damage is good. And I think when you go from the chest here, blasting through the chest anyway, but get a comparison. I think what would be a good sense is if we can one shot hard, then it kind of shows that we're ready for brutal. This team is ready for brutal. Should be able to free key at least brutal chest, and that's the aim, I think, with this setup we've got at the moment, is to on to brutal so that he's not kind of lingering down at normal. So yeah, we're going to go in, sort out masteries, and perhaps have a shot at brutal next. So I've done some tweaking with masteries. I've actually put some books onto the skull, so he's got a better A1. Switching from normal, where we were hitting for 8 million, we've done 11 on my last run. Going to flip us up 2 levels. Let's go for brutal, and let's see what this team can now do on brutal. So actually, before going, I'm just going to show you what we need to be hitting here is 21.5 million to be able to get the max chest out of brutal. The same team, same setup, but show you through how this starts before I put it onto kind of auto run. The Apothecary is there for speed. He can heal. He's not there as a healer. Okay, late game he starts healing, but early game he's there for speed, and he is there for his A1. So all of these guys, we've got basically everyone is trying to put as much poison on as they can. His ability for cows is best poison ability. And then he's here for his attack down. That one there. Okay, so and then it's kind of just running through. Davia, as long as you're manualing, will only ever use her A1. That's our best chance of laying in as many poisons as possible. and this fight is basically won by the amount of poison you can get onto the boss. Now, one thing that is kind of tricky is that our accuracy is not really high enough for this level of clan boss, and because we don't have the ascensions done on any of these guys up to level 6, none of them have got banners which are giving us that kind of increased accuracy. So once that's pretty much what's missing with these guys right now. Once you get that accuracy up, you will do considerably more damage. So I'm going to let this run through to the end and then just sort of cut back in at the end and let you know how we get on. Cheers. Okay, so just done our first run on Brutal. I did do a kind of overview of it, for some reason it didn't record properly. But yeah, so first run we came in at 8.54 million, so that was more damage than xSaXoS was doing before to normal on average. So we jumped up 2 levels and we're doing more damage than we were doing 2 levels below. Good start. At 8.5 we would be free keying this chest, top chest, which isn't too bad. I think there's a little bit of work that still needs to be done, well, a lot of work that needs to be done around ascension of these champions. So these guys were ascended up, these 5, then we would get a lot more damage out, we would get more accessories on them, and ultimately we'd last longer in the fights. There's also a chunk of kind of gearing that needs to be done because, you know, we've got people in gear which this should be hit HP or it should be defense. He just doesn't have any of those type of items left. Similarly here, we've got a flat stat HP chest. It's not ideal at all, but we don't have anything else to put on them right now that's better. So there's some work to be done, but we're on the right lines. So for now, that'll do for Clan Boss, I think. We've kind of moved things on a decent amount. Now what we need to do is just concentrate on these dungeons, specifically Dragon, where he was struggling. And I think he needs spiders as well, so that he can get some of those accessories sorted. So going to build up some teams there. We're down to about just under 6 million silver, so you can see how much of a silver investment you need to get from from an average setup to a decent setup in these guys, and probably not going to get there with the silver we've got, but we'll get a good sort of step along the way. Okay, so I've geared up champions as best I can. We've got Kale now in strong gear, that's his clan boss gear, same with Xavier. We've got Apothecary kind of good to go as well, decent speed, and he's going to be pretty good healing. I've got Royal Guard now with better crit rate, crit damage, a bit better speed but still too slow really, and a bit better general main stats. Cold Heart I've kind of got ourselves to that 70% crit rate, and then I've built from there. Again, it's not ideal, the stats are not good, but they're not terrible either. And we've got a Steel Skull kind of good to go. So let's try and run a bit of Spider, see if we can just get through a couple more levels. The main sort of thing for this team at the moment is we're struggling for gear which can kind of boost their accessories, so we really need to get some better levels on Spider to be able to fix that. So we've got Blue Affinity. We don't really want to be going in with Steel Skull being green, so I think what I'm going to do is just throw Bellower in there as a addition. It might be that I have to switch that back out. Let's see how we get on. We don't have a lot in the way of damage mitigation here. The idea is we're needing to control the waves with our damage. You see there Xavier's got that kind of good level of damage. Same with Kale. Should be same with Bella as well. Hero got on him. Albeit he's still 5-star, so it kind of really affects him. And then obviously we've got the nukes coming in from the Royal Guard. So between this team, I'm hoping we've got enough just to keep Spiderlings at bay almost all the time. And then we've got poisons on the boss to continue that damage. Apothecary is basically there just to keep people topped up and to keep the speed up. Because one of the main things with Spider, if you can't control his turn meter, then you've got to be fast yourself. But it feels like, I mean, actually getting the damage off pretty well. Plenty of poisons going up at the same time. Nice debuffs, things like decreased defense, decreased speed really help. So that when someone like a Royal Guard comes in, he's actually doing chunky damage instead of just doing kind of soft hits. But this is looking good, so Xavier's strong on Spider anyway. She removes all those poisons and just kind of does a nuke. So yeah, this feels like pretty strong. We're already, what, 125. Spider's almost dead. Nice. This is probably better than I was even expecting, actually. 130, we'll take that. Okay, last thing I'm going to aim to do on this account then is beat Dragon. Where are we at? We're at stage 14, but only done it a couple of times. Stage 13 is kind of the way that xSaXoS farming here, so we're going to try and take 14 on. Red affinity actually hurts a lot of these guys. Maybe what I'll do is I'll throw Xavier in as the lead. Now let's take a green port and maybe throw in Bella in there, Cold Heart in there for damage. Other than that, it's probably just somebody to help us survive, I think. Maybe we do just throw the Royal Guards. No, we're done with this guy. No, we're done with this guy. Try this. The idea is just to get a kind of more consistent speed farm going here. Know that Xavier can do some good damage. Whether enough damage to clear these out quite quickly. That's looking pretty good so far. Obviously, Kale's the weak affinity here, so he's being targeted as the main kind of source of their damage. But what are we on? 25 seconds. It looks like wave 1's nearly down. Yeah, looks good. Good. Kale's still taking the hits, you see there. Actually, Cold Heart's taking a few as well. We could just do with protection. There we are. Nice moment. And obviously Bellower, because he's AoE, if he was 6-star here, then he would be nuking this wave so hard. But because he's 5-star, he's kind of just doing enough to make him relevant for this team. Lost Cold Heart, it's actually not the worst. We still get to the boss, and the amount of poisons we've got in this team, Kale, Xavier, Steel Skull, we're still going to nuke this boss down. Poisons are really effective against Dragon. See here, we're probably going to lay a couple more, up to 5 already. The poison should actually just burn through this purple patch, which is the worst part of his kind of kit. And it's just whether basically Steel Skull can keep us alive whilst we're dishing out the damage. It looks like because we've got Kale's in life still, so he can probably do a lot of this by himself at this stage. That's it, we just need to burn those debuffs down. Decreased defense gone on as well, that's nice. Do some more poisons, we didn't get them that time, so you see everyone got stunned. It feels like we're going to come in around just over 2.5 minutes, I think. Certainly not the cleanest run, but it's definitely a win. Yeah, there we go, 220. So compared to his 6 minutes that he had before, clearly that's a better time for farming. I think if he gets his guys ascended and he 6-stars a couple more, so basically need from here Bellower 6-star, we need Gold Crown to be a 6-star. Gold Crown becomes the campaign farmer. Bellower and Skull Crown together clear waves like crazy, and then we've got enough damage with the other characters that are already built to kind of wipe their way through, you know, levels 16, 17 of a lot of those dungeons. So, in summary, we've moved Clan Boss on 2 whole stages from normal to brutal. We've given a speed farm setup to Dragon for him to start to farm some gear. We've moved on an extra stage with a bit of a speed farm for Spider. There's probably more that we can do there as well. And we've got a campaign farmer ready to go. He just needs to be leveled, which will be Gold Crown. I think that there's plenty of work to do on this account. You know, you're not going to come in at a level 45 account and just make him hit level 20 stuff straight away. But yeah, pretty pleased with that. This has been Hell Hades. Thanks for watching.